the fate of 695 candidates in 49 seats of 8 states, including 2 union territories, hangs in the balance. We are joined by the heavyweights of Indian Express for an expert discussion session along with our reporters. In the studio with me, we have Manoj CG, who's the chief of the National Political Bureau of the Indian Express, and we are joined virtually by Liz Matthew, the deputy editor of the Indian Express. With us also, we have the reporters from across the country. Malshri Sayed from Uttar Pradesh, Alok Deshpande from Maharashtra, Shantanu Chaudhary from West Bengal, Santosh Singh from Bihar, Basharat Masood from Jammu and Kashmir, and Abhishek Angad from Jharkhand. For all the live updates on Phase 5 of the Lok Sabha polls today, please visit our website, indianexpress.com. Before we dive into all the discussions, let's take a look at the key players in Phase 5.
The fifth phase of Lok Sabha elections has 695 candidates in 49 Lok Sabha constituencies from 8 states and union territories. Let's take a closer look at 6 candidates you should watch out for. First up, we have Indian National Congress's Rahul Gandhi. He is contesting from the rivalry Lok Sabha constituency, a stronghold of the Gandhi family. The 53-year-old is son of Rajiv Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. Sonia held the seat for 4 consecutive terms between 2004-2019. He will be contesting against BJP's Dinesh Pratap Singh. Next up is Union Minister and BJP candidate Smriti Irani, who is fighting the elections from Amethi constituency. She is the incumbent MP and this is Irani's third election from Amethi. She lost to Rahul Gandhi in 2014 by about 1 lakh votes and won in 2019 by a margin of around 55,000. Smriti will be contesting against Congress's Kishori Lal Sharma, who is Gandhi family's close aide. Moving on, Kaisarganj seat in Uttar Pradesh, BJP has named 34-year-old Karan Bhushan Singh as its candidate, replacing his father and sitting MP Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh, who has been accused of sexually harassing women wrestlers. Karan is the youngest son of Brij Bhushan Sharan Singh. He will be contesting against BSP's Narendra Pandey. In Baramulla, Jammu and Kashmir, we have J&K Chief Minister and National Conference Vice President Omar Abdullah. Omar has been the Chief Minister of J&K from 2009 to 2015. He is contesting against Sajid Lone, People's Conference candidate from the seat, and Awami Ittihad Party Chairman Abdul Rashid Sheikh, who is also known as Engineer Rashid. This is the first major election after the abrogation of Article 370 on August 5, 2019. Shifting focus to Maharashtra, the spotlight is firmly on Union Minister Piyush Goyal as he steps into the political arena for the first time in the Mumbai North constituency. Goyal faces a formidable opponent in actor politician Bhushan Patil. In Bihar, Chirag Paswan, son of former Union Minister Ram Vilas Paswan and leader of the Lok Janshakti Party, Ram Vilas is contesting from Hajipur. Hajipur is a stronghold of his late father. Chirag is a 2-time MP from Jammu and is attempting to...
Manoj, Phase 5, 2024. How does this look as compared to Phase 5, 2019?
In 2019, the BJP and the NDA, and when we say NDA, we should say the then NDA, which was in existence, had near total domination in these 49 seats.
Correct.
The BJP alone had 32, with Shiv Sena, the undivided Shiv Sena, winning 7, JDU and LJP winning 1 each. So out of these 49, the then NDA had 41 seats.
Correct.
The Congress had only 1 seat, Sonia Gandhi in Raebareli.
Yeah.
The Trinamool had 4, the National Conference had 1, and the BJD 2. So in a way, it's a very a significant phase for the BJP. It has to keep the momentum going and try and retain as many seats as possible. And for the opposition, they have to make a huge dent. If they want to emerge in any form to have a shot at power, they should make a huge dent in this phase.
Correct.
Especially Uttar Pradesh. Out of the 49 seats, the BJP had 13. In Maharashtra, all the 13 were with the BJP, and then Shiv Sena, the undivided Shiv Sena.
Correct.
So the stakes are really high for both the BJP, NDA and the opposition India bloc in this phase.
Right. We'll go to our correspondent Moultrie in Lucknow, but before that, Liz, I want to ask you, overall, there are 5 union ministers in play in the phase 5 Lok Sabha elections. What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, it is like we mentioned, it is for the first time Piyush Goyal, Union Minister, one of the senior ministers in the Narendra Modi cabinet, is entering the electoral arena, although he has been in Rajya Sabha and has been a minister since the beginning. So that is one, like as we know that Prime Minister Modi had asked almost all his senior Rajya Sabha MPs to contest, and Piyush Goyal's name was one of the first. It came out as one Rajya Sabha MP who's been there in the upper house, but now for the first time entering in the electoral test arena. So that's there. And also for Smriti Irani, who's been a giant killer in the 17th Lok Sabha. So now she will no longer be a giant killer, but for her it is very important to win back the seat, because although we have seen that this time, maybe because of the absence of Gandhi's just opposite to her, we have not seen any senior leaders or star campaigners of the BJP to campaign there in Amethi, and it was left mostly to Irani and her Smriti Irani and her own clout and her own performance in the Lok Sabha to kind of win back or retain the seat. Sorry, not win back, retain the seat. So, for BJP, it is like 5 of its prominent leaders there on the ground. And like Manoj mentioned, it's not just their, star people. It is also for the party to retain its tally and increase its tally in the Lok Sabha. It is very important, because since they have won even 1 or 2 seats, like fall of 1 or 2 seats could affect their prospects in the Lok Sabha, in the upcoming Lok Sabha. So all this is the 5th and 6th and 7th also, like for more than any party, it is very important for the BJP, which had set up a high target of 400, or the 400 for the NDA and 370 for the BJP. Although this 370 and 400 may be a little far-fetched and far too maybe too high or too lofty a target, the party has to improve its tally to kind of maybe to justify or to be more legitimate, in the sense, according to, I'm just quoting and unquoting the BJP leader, to be in power at the center. So this phase, just like the coming 2 phases, very, very important for the BJP.
Right.
Liz has mentioned Piyush Goyal and Smriti Irani, but we should not forget that Lucknow is also voting today.
Oh, yes.
Where Defense Minister Rajnath Singh is in the fray.
Yeah, he's looking at the 4th time.
Yeah, another heavyweight of the BJP.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Manoj.
Thank you, Manoj, for that. Not to forget the Defense Minister, of course. Moultrie, moving on to you in Uttar Pradesh. Like both Liz and Manoj have mentioned, it's a heavyweight fight in Uttar Pradesh in the 14 seats. How is the voter turnout looking? And tell us about the other seats in Bundelkhand as well as Kaizerganj.
Yeah, see, there are 14 seats which are going for poll in this phase as far as UP is concerned. As it has been mentioned, just 1 seat. BJP had won 13 seats last time. 1 which was Raebareli had gone to Congress. Rest all seats had gone to BJP. So this is very crucial for both Congress as well as Congress SP alliance as well as BJP this time, because Congress is trying to regain its ground here as far as Amethi and Raebareli are concerned. We have seen, even though they have not fielded a Gandhi family member from Amethi, but Priyanka has been a constant presence there, and they have been kind of they realized that they for past 5 years they have not been there, and that has been an issue by the BJP people. So they have been kind of clarifying signifying that okay, we even if we are not contesting directly, but we are going to be there this time, and mistakes have been made in the past. So Priyanka, in past 10 days, she has camped both in Raebareli and Amethi, trying to patch up things. So Amethi and Raebareli is there. Then, as it has been mentioned, Rajnath Singh is contesting from Lucknow. Kasarganj is also in this phase in UP, and we have seen Karan Bhushan contesting. But on ground, when I was there in Kasarganj, it was mainly because SP candidate, even though in rest of the places where we see SP or in India Bloc Alliance is in direct contest, seen in direct contest with BJP. Here also it's a similar scene, but SP candidates is not seen as a strong contender by the locals there. So, and as far as the issues surrounding Brij Bhushan is concerned, when I was there on ground, people did not consider that as much while voting. So it is to be seen how it goes out in Kasarganj. And as far as Raebareli is concerned, there's kind of some resentment against the BJP candidate who's also a sitting minister. So Congress is counting on that. And in Amethi, we have seen that there's also, since Smriti Irani has been there, but as far as the voters of Congress supporters are concerned, there was kind of a setback when they heard that none of the Gandhi family members are contesting. But as I said, Priyanka has tried to cover that up by being present, and even Rahul in his speech has said that even though he's not contesting from Amethi, he's contesting from Raebareli, but his presence would be there in Amethi in the time to come also. So these are the seats, and one more significant seat is going for poll, which is Ayodhya. See, Ram Temple has been made an issue by BJP all across the country, and Ayodhya, which is basically the Faizabad Lok Sabha constituency, it is also going for poll in this election, where sitting MP Laddu Singh is contesting SP against SP candidate Avdesh Prasad. Now, Avdesh Prasad is a veteran face; he's a 9-time MLA there. And he's also the Dalit face of SP, which SP has projected him as his Dalit, as their Dalit face in the past. And Ayodhya has a significant number of SC voters. So while SP is counting on the popularity of Avdesh Prasad, BJP is basically counting on the Ram Temple issue there. And even though one more issue is there in Ayodhya, where the sitting MP Laddu Singh had actually gone ahead and in a viral video which had gone ahead, and he had said that the constitution BJP requires a larger number over 400 because that kind of necessity is there to change the constitution. So it became an issue, and in the coming phases, both Congress as well as SP are raising that issue against the BJP. So that has also been made an issue in Faizabad Lok Sabha constituency. And if we move towards Bundelkhand, the issue in Bundelkhand, the free ration scheme is still a major factor there. Even though we had seen Congress National President making a declaration about 10 kg, raising the ration to 10 kg, but on ground it has not been conveyed. When we talk to the voters there, still not many are aware that what Congress has promised or increased ration. So these are the factors as of now which are moving in these constituencies.
Right. Molshi, you have written about Akhilesh Yadav referring to the PDA, Pichhada,
Yes.
Dalit and Alpasankyak, as a game changer. Shed some more light on that, please.
See, this time we have seen that since the fourth phase onwards, both BJP as well as SP kind of changed, have their tone of their campaign. And we saw that in especially in this phase, SP is talking about reservation issue. They are focusing on the youth. So as we move towards the eastern part of the state, they are focusing on, and especially if we talk about, because we haven't talked about the BSP, and when we move on ground, people are not as of now major contender. They are not considering BSP candidates. But the fact remains that when we had seen that BSP fielding large number of minority candidates, but on ground we saw that people, people are when we talk to minority voters, so they are kind of inclined towards SP, because the campaign of B party of BJP, that has kind of, it has reached the ground and people are talking about it. So that has kind of a bit of it has harmed BSP. So minority voters, as far as we are seeing it, as they are a bit inclined towards SP on ground. So that is why SP has also changed its campaign more to talk about the reservation, or towards saving constitution, and they are saying that it's going to be changed and the reservation is going to be affected. So these are the issue under the PTA that they are SP or the Congress bloc is raising in UP.
Thank you for that, Molshi. Manoj, coming back to you, how does the Congress story look in Uttar Pradesh? And I'm asking in terms of the alliance between SP and Congress as well, because Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi have been holding joint rallies together. So how is the Congress story looking?
Yeah, as far as the alliance or the coordination on the ground is concerned, I've been talking to leaders of both the Samajwadi Party and the Congress, and it seems there's a remarkable coordination compared to the last time. I'm talking about the 2017 assembly elections when they fought together. So there seems to be a good coordination on the ground this time that we have seen in some other states as well. It seems there is a realization among many of the opposition parties that this is an election actually for their survival. So that sentiment has moved from the leaders to the ground workers, to the cadre. So in terms of coordination, I don't see much of an issue. Out of these 14 seats, the Congress is contesting in 4.
Yeah.
Barabanki, Jhansi, Raebareli and Amethi.
Yeah.
Raebareli and Amethi are, prestige contest for the Congress,
Very
and not
much.
Congress is for the Gandhi family.
Yeah.
The Gandhi family has a long association with Raebareli and Amethi.
Especially Raebareli, because the Amethi jinx has been.
Raebareli, it was a seat where Firoz Gandhi contested and won in 52 and 57. Indira Gandhi made her debut in 67.
Yeah.
She lost in the 77 election post-emergency. Raebareli's association is more recent. Sanjay Gandhi made his debut from Amethi in 1980. Then Rajiv Gandhi represented. Then Sonia Gandhi made her debut in 1999. In both the seats, the Congress has lost only thrice, since independence. But the last defeat, it must have really hurt the family. The 2019 defeat of Rahul Gandhi at the hands of Smriti Irani. So it is in a way it's a very prestige kind of a battle this time. So it was not surprising that Priyanka Gandhi camped there for almost 10 days. Switching between
Will she, won't she?
and Amethi. Of course, the initial speculation was whether she would take the plunge herself. She would make a debut, but the Congress has this time, put everything they could in terms of fighting these two constituencies.
Right.
Of course, they've campaigned in Jhansi. It was in Jhansi where Akhilesh Yadav and Rahul Gandhi addressed a joint rally some days ago. So the coordination on the ground is pretty much smooth this time in Uttar Pradesh.
Right. From Amethi, speaking of Amethi, Liz, Smriti Irani is battling it out there. However, we know for sure that Prime Minister Narendra Modi or Union Minister Amit Shah and even BJP President JP Nadda have not campaigned in Amethi. So how do you think the narrative is looking there for the BJP?
See, BJP for obvious reason, because when it was last time, for the first time, the Prime Minister Modi, usually there is a practice among the major political party leaders, or especially when it comes to the top leaders, what the Prime Minister or even the party president, they do not go and campaign in the the top leader of the other parties, your immediate rivals constituency. But Prime Minister Modi had broken it in 2019 when Smriti Irani contested against Rahul Gandhi. It was a fight that the entire nation was looking up to see whether, because it was supposed to increase Irani's stature in the party, and she, obviously with the help of the party machinery and the party's top leaders, she had defeated Rahul Gandhi with over 50,000 votes, and it was like she was, lauded as the giant killer in the party. Um, but we have not seen the a kind of that kind of the Irani continue to be in the government, of course, but we, unlike in the first term, we did not see her getting a very prominent post in the government or something. This time again, obviously, it was up to her to retain the seat. And there is, since like I mentioned earlier, in the absence of the Gandhis, had it seems to have forced or made the party leadership to leave it to Miss Irani to kind of Smriti Irani to to fight it for retaining the post. It is. I mean, the party leaders, obviously, when it comes to the campaign, they go to the places where they feel that it is very important. It is a prestige seat. One. Second, the party has an edge, but still, another push is needed. In the constituencies where leaders are very confident that the candidate can, or the here in this case Smriti Irani can win on her own. Of course, retaining Amethi is still, even if in the absence of Rahul Gandhi or in the absence of Gandhi family members, it is still very important for BJP. So we can't say that BJP took it lightly. Could be that they had the confidence that Smriti Irani can pull it through. It could be the reason. But also I heard from the people who reported, and Mausri will be able to tell us more specifically, that the local unit of the BJP was not very happy, and there was some element of non-cooperation from them initially. But I was told that the party sources said that in the last few days they had managed to bring out everybody from the cadre to to work, and to work in all the booths, and the party is confident that she will be able to retain the seat.
Adding on to that, list says that BJP top leadership has not taken Amethi rivalry lightly. Do you think the same as well?
No, I can. It could be part of a strategy or tactics of the BJP. Looking from outside, we cannot really comment on what was their exact strategy. Obviously, every seat counts and every seat is important. So, as Liz said, either they could be confident that Smriti Irani could retain that seat. That is up to the BJP to decide. But as far as Congress is concerned, in Raebareli, Sonia Gandhi made a rare addressed a rare public meeting, because she's not, because of health issues, she has not been campaigning. In fact, since winning Raebareli in 2019, she had gone back only once to that seat. But we saw a couple of days ago she addressing a public meeting along with Rahul, Priyanka, and Akhilesh Yadav. So on part of the Congress, seems to be, the party seems to be putting all their effort on both these seats, Raebareli and Amethi. As I said, it's a prestige battle for the party.
Correct. So that was our update from Uttar Pradesh. Malshri, thank you for joining us. Uttar Pradesh registered a voter turnout percentage of 47.55% by 3 p.m. So now from the Hindi heartland to west in Maharashtra, we are joined by our correspondent Alok Deshpande there. But before speaking to Alok, let's take a look at a tribal village in Maharashtra boycotting elections.
छाले पड़ते, पैर बहुत दुखते और माथे पे से आगन होती, बहुत तकलीफें होती. सकाळचे बराच टाइम होतो, आम्हाला काही मोलमजुरी करताच येत नाही, पाण्यालाच टाइम होतो, त्याने पाणी आणायचा आणि मग करायचा आणि खायचा, झाला उन्हाचं टाइम.
तो आप पानी लेने जाने में आपको कितना टाइम लगता है, कितना वक्त लगता है?
इकडं गावात खाली गेला त्याला 2-3 तास तिथंच जात. इकडं गेला तर याचं वा कसं तर 10-12 घंट्यात. पण आता इथं पाणीच नाही.
We are at Marutiwadi village in Igatpuri. There are 35 households which houses as many as 350 villagers. They have decided to not vote during the Lok Sabha elections, which is to be held on May 20 during the fifth phase.
हमारे हमारे इधर ये मारुतिवाड़ी में अभी तक बिजली नहीं, रास्ता नहीं और आंगनवाड़ी भी नहीं, पीने के लिए पानी भी नहीं. इसलिए हम सोचे कि वोटिंग आप लोग किस साल में वोटिंग दे रहे, अभी तक कोई भी इधर आता नहीं जाते नहीं. हमारे कुछ हाल है, कुछ को नहीं सुनता नहीं.
Amid the silent cries for water, villagers in Igatpuri are now protesting. Under the Union Ministry's Jal Jeevan Mission Yojana, they were promised water taps in 2019, but the wait is still not over.
पानी हमारे खैरेबाड़ी है आगे, यहाँ से 3 किलोमीटर आगे है, वहाँ तो बिल्कुल पानी ही नहीं है साहब. अभी जल जीवन मिशन का जो काम चालू है वो पूरा हुआ ही नहीं है. आणि पानी का जो सोर्स है वो कोई बावड़ी में नहीं है. उधर 2 बावड़ी है, इधर 4 बावड़ी है, तो बावड़ी में भी पानी नहीं है. इसलिए ये पानी का बहुत समस्या है हमारे गांव में. अभी वो घर घर नल का जो सरकार ने जो बताया वो पूरा हुआ ही नहीं, तो घर में नल लगने का कोई सवाल ही नहीं.
In the heart of the village stands a silent sentinel, a water tank, incomplete and abandoned.
एक स्विच रूम बनाया, एक टाकी बनवाई है और पहले की एक बावड़ी थी, वो इस बावड़ी का 10 फुट का काम उसने बढ़ाया है. वही काम हुआ है, पाइपलाइन हुई है, लेकिन नल का काम बाकी है.
उसमें जो क्या फिल्टर प्लान वगैरह बैठाने का है, जैसा स्विच बोर्ड बनाया है, वो पूरा हुआ नहीं है साहब.
Across the district, similar tales unfold. Villages like Marutiwadi languish in the shadows of false promises. On May 9th, the Indian Express visited 2 different villages in this district and found that in one village the contractors have done incomplete work, while in the other one, actual civil work is yet to begin on ground. Meanwhile, when Express contacted the authorities, Sudhir Khande, Subdivisional Officer Igatpuri Nashik, said the balance work in all the villages will begin in a week.
13 seats, battle it out, and with this, Maharashtra will complete polling in 48 of its Lok Sabha seats. We have with us Alok Deshpande, our correspondent from Maharashtra. Alok, how is it looking in Maharashtra today?
Hi, am I audible? Yeah.
Yes, you are audible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So as of now, till 3 o'clock, we have seen around 39% of voting in Maharashtra. Around 13 seats are going for poll today. This is the 5th and last phase in Maharashtra. Out of these 13 seats, we can divide these 13 seats into 3 categories, if I may. Out of 13, 6 are from Mumbai. In Mumbai, we have some high-profile fights, like Union Minister Piyush Goyal is contesting Lok Sabha for the first time from Mumbai North. Now, Mumbai North is like a traditionally BJP stronghold seat with a large Gujarati and Marwadi population in that area. Also, he's been challenged by Congress. Congress has given ticket to Bhushan Patil, who's a local Congress worker, very old Congress worker, but a kind of unknown face outside North Mumbai. Then among the other fights include Mumbai South, where Arvind Sawant is sitting Shiv Sena MP from Uddhav Thackeray Shiv Sena. He's taking on Yamini Jadhav, who's from Eknath Shinde Shiv Sena. In Mumbai North South Central, there is Rahul Shewade from Eknath Shinde Sena, who's a sitting MP, taking on Uddhav Thackeray's Anil Desai. So there are interesting fights in Mumbai, but the polling kind of has not crossed 40% mark in Mumbai as of now. There are reports there are complaints since morning that polling at many places has slowed down because of excess heating, then inadequate arrangements from the election commission. Despite complaint, there were complaints of EVM malfunction also. So a number of things have happened. Uddhav Thackeray is holding a press conference at 4:30 now, and the press conference must be ongoing. Then after Mumbai, we have Mumbai metropolitan region. Mumbai metropolitan region is includes Thane, Kalyan, Bhiwandi, these seats. Now this area is interesting because it has been a traditional stronghold of Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Eknath Shinde, Thane is a home pitch for Eknath Shinde. His son is contesting from Kalyan. Now it's a prestige battle for Shinde. Also, this area and Palghar Lok Sabha constituency, this area has recently seen investment of thousands of crores of rupees for infrastructure development. That includes airport, port, roads, bridges, highways. So it's a very the state and central government have concentrated on these areas, and a huge amount of money is at stake. Have been invested in this area as well. And the third part could be the onion belt of Maharashtra. That includes Nashik, Dindori, and part of Dhule constituency. So Nashik, Dindori is a scheduled tribe reserve seat. Nashik is an onion belt where in Prime Minister Narendra Modi's rally, we have seen youth, of course, he was from Sharad Pawar's NCP, protesting and asking Prime Minister to speak on onion instead of Ram Temple and other religious issues. So, this is the farmers have been very vocal in this area. They wanted center to be clear on the onion export policy. The Union Minister Bharti Pawar is contesting from Dindori. She is facing farmers' anger at many places. There are reports of it. So on and on in 2019, NDA won all of these seats, all 13 of these seats. There's a challenge in front of BJP Eknath Shinde because Ajit Pawar's party is not contesting in this phase. There's a challenge that to maintain this winning streak, 100% winning record. This is the situation right now.
Right, Alok. Manoj, I have to ask you, 13 seats in Maharashtra. It's a prestige battle again, but this time it is Sena versus Sena. Eknath Shinde's Sena versus Uddhav Thackeray's Sena. So, what do you say about that?
Correct me if I'm wrong, Alok, but I think out of these 13, in 6 seats, Mumbai Northwest, Mumbai South Central, Mumbai South, Kalyan, Thane, and Nashik.
Yeah.
It's a straight fight between the two Senas.
Yeah.
Uddhav Thackeray Sena and Eknath Shinde's Sena. So the fascinating part of this phase in Maharashtra to me is the fight between the two factions of Sena to claim the legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray.
Correct.
So this election will perhaps once and for all, maybe not right, because we have an assembly election coming up in Maharashtra just 6-7 months from now. So at least just before the assembly elections, the outcome of these seats and the other seats where Sena UBT and Sena Shinde are contesting, it becomes clear which party will have no rightful claimant or rightful legacy of Balasaheb Thackeray. So that to me is a fascinating aspect of this phase.
Right. Manoj, do you think that, these factions, because we have Sena in it and also we have, the same thing happening in NCP, does it confuse the electorate at times? Which party, which symbol, NCP, SP, Shiv Sena, UBT, does it? I mean...
No, not much, I think, in the urban areas, since we're talking about Mumbai. But maybe in the rural areas it may, because I have seen reports, of course unverified, and people, I've heard anecdotes from people saying somebody wanted to vote for one particular faction of the party but ended up voting for the other because there was confusion over symbols and all. In this case, the Eknath Shinde faction and the NCP Ajit Pawar faction had the symbols, which these parties have been fighting elections for years. So that sort of creates some amount of confusion, because even if you talk about Congress, you go to rural areas, Haath ka Panja or Fool when it comes to BJP. The same happened in Tamil Nadu as well, when there was a split in AIDMK. So there are some symbols which are etched, in the minds of voters. There is a brand recall. So when the symbol changes, a year before elections or 6 months before elections, it is a challenge. But these parties, of course, are aware of these challenges. So I'm sure their campaign would have been focused on this aspect as well. See, we are this party and our symbol is now this. So of course, there will be some amount of confusion, but we will have to analyze the results, to come to some amount of conclusion on how all these aspects have played out in the minds of the voters.
Alok, like Manoj mentioned that both the Senas are fighting it out to lay claim on Balasaheb Thackeray's legacy. What were the distinct features of both the Senas campaigning?
See, for Eknath Shinde, he has been claiming that he is the real Shiv Sena because he's carrying that flag of Hindutva. And since the majority of Shiv Sena leaders are with him, he is the real Shiv Sena, and he's taking the thought of the ideology of Balasaheb Thackeray forward, which Uddhav Thackeray has given up. For Uddhav Thackeray, it is more about, since it's more about fighting against dictatorship of Narendra Modi, fighting for the pride of Maharashtra, because that he has been claiming that pride of Maharashtra has been harmed by BJP by splitting Balasaheb Thackeray's party. So on both the sides, if you see, it's a emotional appeal that both sides are making. Both sides are trying to pitch that they are the real Shiv Sena, and also that emotional side. Plus, for Uddhav, it is more about saving democracy, fighting for the constitution, and fighting for Maharashtra's pride. That is that was Uddhav Thackeray's pitch. And Eknath Shinde, of course, he was completely dependent on Narendra Modi's charisma, and plus he was claiming that he is the real Shiv Sena. So these are the 2 points which both the Senas used.
Adding to that would be Raj Thackeray, another member of the Thackeray family.
Oh yeah, that is another faction.
Whose party has, I don't think, fielded any candidates, but
No.
has, but is with the NDA, the NDA BJP. So that's also Thackeray.
It's like a triple Ace kind of a thing.
Yeah, and he held a rally with Narendra Modi also in Mumbai, so on 17th.
Liz, bringing in BJP into the context here in Maharashtra, we had a major change when Ujjwal Nikam was brought in place of Poonam Mahajan. What are your comments on that? Liz, are you there?
Yes, I am. That was quite surprising, although we knew that, the Poonam Mahajan is not well appreciated by many in the state BJP leadership as well as the central leadership. But, not many thought that, the party would replace her with, somebody like Ujjwal Nikam. Here we should, Alok can be more specific on this. Like, see, the Poonam Mahajan has certain goodwill because of her father's legacy, and that is actually cutting across party lines. She has friends in Shiv Sena, she has friends in NCP, and it's like, just something that Pramod Mahajan had created when he was active, and even now, Uddhav Thackeray and family, they would vouch for Pramod Mahajan's friendship. So she had that goodwill. And all of a sudden, when Ujjwal Nikam was brought in, it is left to the BJP. to fight it and to keep that seat. And so it was a kind of risk, because as we know, it was one of the last seats the BJP had declared. And so see, I heard that, the local leaders also were not very keen on campaigning for Ujjwal Nikam. So with some Ujjwal Nikam, or they called up Poonam Mahajan. So Poonam Mahajan's people said that, why are you? Because I am the Poonam Mahajan had a lot of quote unquote anti-incumbency. So campaigning for Ujjwal Nikam, the party's official candidate, by a person who is facing anti-incumbency, would kind of damage. So the Poonam's, I don't think that Poonam also has contributed much to the campaign, and it was left to Ujjwal Nikam, who was keen on contesting some other seat. Not this Mumbai North Central is not his native place or his forte. So he wanted, I think, some other constituency. I forgot its name. So then, basically, he was not very keen on contesting this one. And secondly, he doesn't enjoy the kind of goodwill, or Poonam Mahajan has it in the constituency. Third, the local leadership was not very forthcoming to promote or to campaign for Ujjwal Nikam. So all these factors played in, and it is a kind of and Varsha, as far as I know, I heard Varsha Gaikwad is a very strong candidate and a very formidable candidate, supported by both the Congress and the Shiv Sena. I mean, Uddhav Thakkare side Shiv Sena. So it was like, and also like kind of what do you call it, joint campaign by the allies of the BJP and the BJP. It was, I think it was kind of missing. A kind of coordination was missing in many constituencies in Mumbai, as far as I know from the BJP sources itself. So all this would make the BJP's the win, or the BJP's prospects in this particular seat, and like, of course, Piyush Goyal's seat is a more formidable and very comfortable seat for BJP, but that kind of that would be missing in Mumbai North Central. So I think it is going to be a kind of tough seat for BJP. And anyway, like, we will know whether the Modi factor would surpass all these things and overshadow all these factors, and the Ujjwal Nikam can win the election. Only June 4th can tell us that.
Alok, you wanted to add on to that Poonam Mahajan being replaced by Ujjwal Nikam.
Yeah, even in 17th rally, Uddhav Thakkare specifically mentioned Poonam Mahajan and BJP denying candidature to her. He also recalled how he had a good relationship with Pramod Mahajan, and questioned BJP how loyal BJP leaders are not getting their due in this party. So Uddhav Thakkare did have a good relationship with Pramod Mahajan, and he made it a point to say that in public. Also, Poonam Mahajan till now has not even congratulated Ujjwal Nikam publicly. There is not a single photograph on her, Twitter handle where we can see, she's campaigning for Ujjwal Nikam, or
Yes.
even congratulating him on that. So it's a very interesting situation. And if Congress were to win at least a single seat in Mumbai, that would have been this seat, where Congress has some sort of chance of winning a seat. So Varsha Gaikwad, being Mumbai Congress chief, has relations. Her father, when won in 2004, he emerged as a giant killer by winning this seat and by defeating Manohar Joshi, the former Maharashtra chief minister from Shiv Sena. So she has some history with this seat. So it's a very good contest, tight contest. BJP, of course, banks on two assembly constituencies of Vileparle and Bandra West, where they think that they will get the winning lead in this constituency. So right now it's a very tough battle for BJP.
Also
Manoj, your
told that
thoughts on... Yeah, Liz, please go ahead.
Look, I was also told that the BJP local leadership is more focused on the upcoming civic elections as well as the assembly election rather than supporting Ujjal Nikam. Am I right?
They are BJP as of now in Mumbai. BJP is focused. Even if you see Narendra Modi campaign on only one seat, that is Mumbai Northeast, and that too, which is Gujarati dominated area. So it's very even we found it very in Mumbai why the BJP voter which is concentrated in that area. I mean, why Modi is holding his road show in that only in that area instead of campaigning in seats which are kind of difficult for the party right now. And BJP's entire campaign in Mumbai is kind of very un-BJP type. What we see into 2019, the very focused campaign of BJP in Lok Sabha. In my experience, it is lacking right now. So there is the candidates given by even the Shinde's party, BJP leaders are not exactly happy with those candidates. They think that it is there are very weak candidates given by even the Shinde side. So kind of shaky environment we have for BJP in Mumbai right now.
Yeah, this is where Prime Minister Modi has already visited almost, I think, 15 times, Maharashtra, and how he is just,
more than that,
avoiding Mumbai and surrounding areas.
Manoj, on that thought, how is Mumbai looking for Congress?
No, Alok would be in a better place to analyze that. But I think the one seat where there is a fight is the seat that we are discussing, where Ujjwal Nikam is pitted against Varsha Gaikwad. But on the whole, the Congress and the opposition seems to be more enthusiastic about Maharashtra this time, which had voted heavily in favor of the BJP NDA last time.
Yeah.
Among the states where the opposition is counting on, Maharashtra ranks high, along with Karnataka, Bihar, Rajasthan, Haryana. So the opposition and especially the Congress seems to be upbeat, irrespective of the outcome. Compared to some 3-4 months ago when Nitish Kumar walked out of the alliance, when Jain Chaudhary walked out of the alliance, when Mamata Banerjee declared that she's going to contest alone, when Aam Aadmi Party announced that they will contest alone in Punjab, and especially after the Pran Pratishtha ceremony in Ayodhya, there was an amount of jitteriness, apprehension in the opposition ranks, but that has slowly changed. But we of course we can't predict the outcome. We should not be predicting the outcome in that sense. But the opposition seems to be more excited or more upbeat now as the campaign has progressed, and they have moved on from many other issues and finally focused their attention on constitution, on the BJP rhetoric of 400 plus. So there is this concerted effort by almost all the opposition parties claiming that the BJP is looking for 400 plus seats to change the constitution, dilute reservation or take away reservation. So that is one overarching theme of the opposition campaign now. So certainly upbeat compared to some 3-4 months ago.
Right.
If I may add just one point.
Alok wants to say something.
Yes, Alok.
One point. I mean, since we're discussing Congress, there's a very interesting seat of Dhule. Congress is contesting 3 seats here, 2 in Mumbai and 1 in Dhule. So Dhule has been BJP stronghold since 1957, because in 1957 the Jansangh won that seat. Dhulia, it was named as that time. So now, for last 2 elections, BJP has been winning more than 50% votes in Dhule constituency, and Subhash Bhamre, former MOS defense, is from that side. Congress did not even have a candidate in that seat. They couldn't find a candidate, and ultimately on the last day, the candidate was declared. It was Shobha Bachao from neighboring Nasik district, former MOS. Ironically, the Vanchit Bahujan Aghadi of Prakash Ambedkar's candidate, who was a Muslim candidate, his candidature was cancelled. There was some problem with his nomination. The MIM did not file the nomination. Now it's 1-on-1, and the situation is such that Congress has come, it has become a very tight battle for BJP. BJP may even lose this seat because there is around 7 to 8 lakh, 6 to 7 lakh Muslim population in Dhule and part of Nasik, including in that Malegaon and all that part. So it's a very how should I describe it? Congress has did nothing to be in that race, but they have they have come in in the picture suddenly just because it became 1-on-1. So it's a very strange thing, very interesting thing that is happening in North Maharashtra.
Thank you, Alok, for that update. By 3 p.m., Maharashtra had registered a voter turnout percentage of 38.77%. Thank you so much, Alok. Thank you so much, Liz, for joining us. And thank you, Manoj. Before moving on to West Bengal, we have a story on the Bollywood A-listers voting in the Mumbai constituencies today. Let's take a look.
बजे मैं यहाँ पहुँच गया था सुबह 7 बजे पोलिंग बूथ खुल गया था। करीबन 500-600 लोग अंदर मैंने खुद देखे हैं, तो अच्छा ही होगा।
मैं सिर्फ ये अपील कर सकती हूँ कि ये हर सिटीजन की इस डेमोक्रेसी में सबसे बड़ा हक है और सबसे बड़ी जिम्मेदारी है, और आप सबसे मैं दरखास्त करती हूँ कि वोट जरूर दीजिए।
अरे बहुत ही खुशी का दिन है आज, और हम सब नागरिकों को, हिंदुस्तान के नागरिकों को जाना चाहिए और वोट करना चाहिए, और इसलिए मैं वोट कर रहा हूँ। संविधान हमें बहुत कमाल तोहफा देता है आज के दिन वोट करने का, ताकि हम वो सरकार चुन सकें जो हम चाहते हैं। और मेरे मीडिया के दोस्तों के माध्यम से मेरी सबसे अपील है कि घरों से निकलिए। ये सब लोग भी देखिए गर्मी में 34-35 डिग्री में खड़े हैं, अपना काम कर रहे हैं। आप भी घरों से निकलिए और वोट दीजिए। अगर आप वोट नहीं आज देते हैं और अपना लंबा वीकेंड पे चले जाते हैं, फिर आपको कोई हक नहीं होगा कि 5 साल तक आप कोई भी शिकायत सरकार से करें, म्यूनिसिपैलिटी कॉरपोरेशन से समय BCCI से करें, सड़कें कैसी हैं, भीड़ है, ये है, आपको कोई अधिकार नहीं होगा। इसलिए आप घरों से निकलिए और मेरी तरह वोट करिए, जिसे भी आप चाहते हैं।
इन मुद्दों को ध्यान में रखकर मतदान करना चाहिए सर, क्या कहेंगे?
प्रगति, अपने अधिकार, मानवाधिकार, हमारे खुद के अधिकार, हमें क्या चाहिए, आगे का भविष्य बच्चों का कैसा हो, उज्जवल कैसे हो, भारत का सशक्तिकरण करने को लेकर दुनिया का सबसे बड़ा प्रजातंत्र है, डेमोक्रेसी का त्योहार है। और जैसा कि मैंने कहा कि हमारा संविधान हमें अधिकार देता है, और आज का दिन हमारे लिए बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है।
मैं सबसे हाथ जोड़कर दरख्वास्त करूंगा कि आइए वोट कीजिए। जिन लोगों ने आपका साथ दिया है, जिन्होंने आपका काम किया है, उनके लिए वोट दीजिए। और जिनसे आप निराश है, उनको ये बताने का, उनसे अपने हक लेने का यही मौका है। सो प्लीज शो अप। ये आपका देश की तरफ, अपने देश की तरफ, हमारे इंडिया की तरफ फर्ज बनता है। इंडिया नीड्स यू, मुंबई नीड्स यू। प्लीज वेक अप, प्लीज कम ऑन बोर्ड। जय हिंद।
लोकतंत्र में सबसे बड़ा उत्सव है ये, चुनाव का उत्सव, और सबको अपने मतदान का प्रयोग करना चाहिए, क्योंकि ये मौका जो है 5 साल के बाद मिलेगा। अगर आपने मतदान नहीं किया तो शिकायत करने का अधिकार नहीं रहेगा।
साथ ही सर, जिस तरीके की उम्मीदें हैं आपने अपने मतदान को लेके, क्या लग रहा है आपको, क्या वो सारी उम्मीदें पूरी होंगी आपके मतदान से?
देखिए, देश की उम्मीदें पूरी हों वो सबसे जरूरी है।
जरा क्लोज आके राइट, अच्छा ही राइट, अच्छा। हम यहाँ पे
हर बुराई पर नुकीली चोट दो, वोट दो, वोट दो, वोट दो।
सर, आपको लोग फॉलो करते हैं। आपने एक बार अभी लोगों से अपील की थी वोट करने आने के लिए, लोग घर से निकल रहे हैं, बॉलीवुड घर से आ रहा है।
साहब, मैं हैरान हूँ कि हमारे कितने सारे मुंबईकर सब पसीने में नहा रहे हैं, ओल्ड भी हैं, यंग भी हैं, लेकिन सब मंद मंद मुस्कुरा रहे हैं। इससे बड़ा उत्सव और क्या होगा।
उन सबको मालूम है कि अच्छा कैसे बनना है, कैसे अच्छे भारतीय बनना है। अगर भारत को ऊंचा ले जाना है वो भी जानते हैं, और मुझे यकीन है वो अच्छे भारतीय हैं।
विकास के मुद्दों को लेकर के कहीं ना कहीं
अब विकास में मैंने अब तो विकास का मुझे मालूम नहीं, क्योंकि इस डिपार्टमेंट में से बहुत दूर हूँ। एक्टिंग के बारे में पूछ लो, कॉमेडी भी कर लेता हूँ, सब कर लेता हूँ।
और अभी आज आप मतदान नहीं करोगे तो उसके लिए जिम्मेदार आप हो। जिसने मतदान नहीं किया वो जिम्मेदार है, और सरकार जिम्मेदार नहीं है।
जो लोग वोट नहीं करते, आपने कहा कि उनका टैक्स
वोट नहीं करते उनको कुछ न कुछ तो माने होना चाहिए, कोई प्रावधान के, या तो उनका टैक्स बढ़ा दो, या कुछ न कुछ तो सजा या रिएक्शन तो होना चाहिए।
লাইন যখন কম থাকে আমাদেরকে ফোন করে, কিংবা আমরা খোঁজ নিই। গ্রামে আমাদের গ্রামের স্কুলে ভোট হয়, যখন যায় আমাদের ওই রাস্তায় বিএসএফ থাকে, ওখান থেকে চেক টেক করে ওরা ছেড়ে দেয়, আমরা ভোট দিতে যাই। আমাদের কোনো ঝুট ঝামেলা গন্ডগোল হয়।
In this Bengal village, voters cross the Indo-Bangla border to vote. 36 families live in the Bangladesh part of the Jantipur village. They are, however, Indian citizens. They cross the border to come and participate in the great festival of democracy, elections. However, most citizens who come here to vote don't know who the candidates are, as no canvassing takes place in this village.
আগে ছিলাম ওখানে স্বাধীন, এখানে একটা পরাধীন ব্যাপার। মানে যেমন সময়টাতে আমার একটা বাচ্চা আছে, ছোট বাচ্চা, প্রতিটা দিন অসুস্থ থাকে। ও সময় থাকলে আমি বেরোতে পারি না, এমন একটা সময় হয় রাত্রিরে, সেটা আমাদের ভালো লাগে না। যে রাত সন্ধ্যার পরে আমরা একটু বাইরে যাব, রাত 9টার ভিতরে আমাদের বাড়ি ঢুকতে হবে, এটা একটা অসুবিধা। হ্যাঁ, সিস্টেম এগুলো তো মানে যে বাচ্চাটাকে নিয়ে একটু রাত্রে বাইরে বেরোবো, সেটাও আমাদের হয় না। দিনের বেলা বেরোতে পারি না, এটা ভালো লাগে না। এবার একটা ইমার্জেন্সি আমি বেরোবো, আগে আমাদের চেক করতে হবে, তারপর আমার বেরোতে হবে, তাছাড়া কোনো পরিস্থিতি নেই।
এলাকা কেমন এখানকার?
না, আমাদের এই জায়গাটা ভালো, আমরা যেখানে বাস করি জায়গাটা ভালো।
এখন আমাদের তো খুব অত্যাচার, জাতি হয়, চেক করতে হয়,
চেকিং হয়।
The Bangladesh district of Jessore is adjacent to Jantipur village. The borders are manned by BSF. Kolkata is about 100 kilometers away from Jantipur. Residents here are constantly checked as they negotiate the borderline to fulfill their day-to-day chores. Most people are associated with farming here.
ভোটে যারা দাঁড়িয়েছে কাউকে চেনেন? যারা দাঁড়িয়েছে যে পার্টির, কোনো পার্টির কোনো ক্যান্ডিডেটকে থেকে জানেন?
অত বলতে পারিনি বাবা।
ব্যবসার কিছু আজকে জানি না, যাবেন এখন? আজকে
বর্ডার বন্ধ আছে, তো অতটা না গেলেও চলবে।
এখানে কারা প্রার্থী হয়েছে জানেন? কোন কোন দলের কারা কারা আছে, কারা কারা দাঁড়িয়েছে, মানে কোন কোন দল আছে?
তো বর্ডারে তো থাকে, তো অতটা
খোঁজ রাখেন
না।
So now I'm joined by my colleague Vidhatri Rao, and before we move to West Bengal, Vidhatri, where we are joined by Shantanu Chaudhary, where he will tell us about the voter turnout percentage. Let's take a look at a report from West Bengal.
লাইন যখন কম থাকে আমাদেরকে ফোন করে, কিংবা আমরা খোঁজ নিই। গ্রামে আমাদের গ্রামের স্কুলে ভোট হয়, যখন যায় আমাদের ওই রাস্তায় বিএসএফ থাকে, ওখান থেকে চেক টেক করে ওরা ছেড়ে দেয়, আমরা ভোট দিতে যাই। আমাদের কোনো ঝুট ঝামেলা গন্ডগোল হয়।
In this Bengal village, voters cross the Indo-Bangla border to vote. 36 families live in the Bangladesh part of the Jantipur village. They are, however, Indian citizens. They cross the border to come and participate in the great festival of democracy, elections. However, most citizens who come here to vote don't know who the candidates are, as no canvassing takes place in this village.
আগে ছিলাম ওখানে স্বাধীন, এখানে একটা পরাধীন ব্যাপার। মানে যেমন সময়টাতে আমার একটা বাচ্চা আছে, ছোট বাচ্চা, ও প্রতিটা দিন অসুস্থ থাকে। ও সময় থাকলে আমি বেরোতে পারি না, এমন একটা সময় হয় রাত্রিরে, সেটা আমাদের ভালো লাগে না। যে রাত সন্ধ্যার পরে আমরা একটু বাইরে যাব, রাত 9টার ভিতরে আমাদের বাড়ি ঢুকতে হবে, এটা একটা অসুবিধা। হ্যাঁ, সিস্টেম এগুলো তো মানে যে বাচ্চাটাকে নিয়ে একটু রাত্রে বাইরে বেরোবো, সেটাও আমাদের হয় না। দিনের বেলা বেরোতে পারি না, এটা ভালো লাগে না। এবার একটা ইমার্জেন্সি আমি বেরোবো, আগে আমাদের চেক করতে হবে, তারপরে আমার বেরোতে হবে, তাছাড়া কোনো পরিস্থিতি নেই।
এলাকা কেমন এখানকার?
না, আমাদের এই জায়গাটা ভালো, আমরা যেখানে বাস করি জায়গাটা ভালো।
এখন আমাদের তো খুব অত্যাচার, জাতি হয়, চেক করতে হয়,
চেকিং হয়।
The Bangladesh district of Jessore is adjacent to Jantipur village. The borders are manned by BSF. Kolkata is about 100 kilometers away from Jantipur. Residents here are constantly checked as they negotiate the borderline to fulfill their day-to-day chores. Most people are associated with farming here.
ভোটে যারা দাঁড়িয়েছে কাউকে চেনেন? যারা দাঁড়িয়েছে যে পার্টি, কোন পার্টির কোন ক্যান্ডিডেটকে প্রার্থীকে জানেন?
অত বলতে পারিনি বাবা।
ব্যবসার কিছু কালকে জানি না, যাবেন এখন?
আজকে বর্ডার বন্ধ আছে, তো অতটা না গেলেও চলবে।
যে এখানে কারা প্রার্থী হয়েছে জানেন? কোন কোন দলের কারা কারা আছে, কারা কারা দাঁড়িয়েছে, মানে কোন কোন দল আছে?
বর্ডারে তো থাকে, তো অতটা
খোঁজ রাখেন
না।
Now let's shift our focus to West Bengal. Of the 42 seats in the state, 7 are voting today in the 5th phase. These seats are Arambagh, Bangaon, Barakpur, Howrah, Hugli, Serampur and Uluberia. We have with us our reporter from West Bengal, Shantanu Chaudhary, who's joining us to tell us about the situation on the ground. Hi Shantanu, thank you for joining us. Firstly, I just want to ask you about the voter turnout. I believe Bengal has recorded possibly among the highest voting percentages today. How is it looking?
Yeah, till 3 p.m. The voting percentage is over 62%, and it is likely to go up about 74% to 75%. And 5 p.m. polling turnout hasn't arrived yet, but it will come after some time. The polling so far has been peaceful, barring a few incidents of violence of minor nature, because this has been a case in all the other election phases in West Bengal. There have been some minor clashes between the workers of the BJP and the TMC, and there have been some complaints of polling agents not being allowed to enter the polling booth in several places, especially in the constituencies of Bengal, Hugli, Arambagh, Howrah and everywhere. So this is a kind of situation in West Bengal. However, no major violence has taken place so far.
When we talk about poll violence, poll-related violence, I want to talk about Barakpur. We had done a ground report a couple of days earlier about how the voters in the constituency seem to be saying that they want to put an end to poll violence. So can you just talk about what is the Barakpur fight looking like this time around?
Well, the BJP has obviously given ticket to Arjun Singh, who was previously with the TMC, and after failing to get a ticket in the 2019 Lok Sabha polls, he had switched sides and joined the BJP and won the election from Barakpur, and later he also came back to the TMC and remained there for few years, and this time also after he didn't get a ticket from the TMC, he again was made a BJP candidate. So therefore, the loyalties and allegiance change a lot in Barakpur areas, which results in a political violence, because you must be remembering that after 2019 Lok Sabha polls, there has been widespread violence in the Barakpur area, especially in Bhatpara, Kakinada area, where the new party MP Arjun Singh's loyalists were regularly entering into clashes with the TMC workers who were led by the local TMC MLA Madan Mitra. So therefore, this is a power struggle that goes in Barakpur area. It's an industrial belt, and therefore Arjun Singh is known to be a leader who holds immense influence among the voters and among the other party workers and everything. So therefore, this shifting of allegiance alliance from TMC to BJP, then TMC to BJP. Has caused concern for the people because they don't want to see this kind of violence anymore. Because last time what happened, a large 2 to 3 people had died in political violences. Then they realized that what is the point of indulging in the large number of violence, because these political leaders then shift parties and then all, and he doesn't give much importance to the voters of the constituencies who are indulging in violence. So this time the poll report also says that the people don't want to see this kind of violence anymore in West Bengal. And this has been quite a surprising election in West Bengal, because previously every election is marred by widespread of violence, bombs are being hurled, bloodshed were seen. But this time, fifth place is almost about to end, and there hasn't been any kind of large scale violence, which we are very used to it in seeing in West Bengal. But therefore, the Barakpur is also making a case for the next 2 phases.
Thanks for that update, Shantanu. I also want to ask you about the Hugli seat. This is also an interesting fight because the sitting MP, who is actor, politician Lok Chatterjee of the BJP, is in a contest against another actor, Rachna Banerjee. What's the situation like there? What's happening? And can you give us a rundown of what the fight was like leading up to the polling date?
Yes, Lok Chatterjee won from the Hugli seat last time, and he was a popular actress in Bengali film industry, and therefore she joined the BJP and become a very known leader across West Bengal. And TMC this time has fielded Rachna Banerjee, who is a very popular television actor due to her show Didi Number 1. It's a very popular show among the Bengali households. So women of the households watch this shows like religiously at 5:30 p.m. in the evening, and therefore she, without being active in politics, she has the masses. He has reached the households in West Bengal. Therefore, that the BJP candidate was kind of threatened by the nomination of the Rachna Banerjee, who happens to be a very popular face in the Bengali television industry. Therefore, the contest was very tight between although Lok Chatterjee is a sitting MP from Hugli constituency. However, there were some allegations against her of not doing proper work, not doing any development in the Hugli constituency. However, Rachna Banerjee is a debutant in politics. She doesn't have any kind of experience, and she also doesn't know how to conduct her election campaigning. And she was also guided by the senior TMC leadership of how to go on about it. So therefore, there was something, the experience versus the inexperienced kind of a contest. However, today we have to see that the polling has been peaceful in the area, and Lok Chatterjee also alleged that voters were not allowed to enter into the polling booths in some areas. She also alleged that BJP polling agents were beaten up by TMC workers. However, the polling has been so far peaceful in Hugli area, and this is a very close contest between the two former television actors, and not former. Rachna Banerjee is still an actress, so therefore it's going to be a very, very close contest.
Much for those updates, Shantanu. Bengal is one of the most interesting fights of this election season. This is also the state where the BJP hopes it will increase its tally, and the TMC looks to retain its hold and possibly also increase its tally. So this will be one of the most crucial states that we will be looking at. Now, Flora will take us through what's happening in the neighboring state of Bihar, which has been polling across the 7 phases and is going through a lot of interesting fights because of the various equations in that state. And also, this is a state where caste plays a very important role. She will be joined with our reporter, Santosh Singh.
That's right, Vidhatri. Bihar has recorded a polling voter turnout percentage of 45.33% by 3 p.m. today. And there are 5 seats in Bihar going to polls in this phase. We will be joined by, as she said, Santosh Singh. But before that, let's take a look at the Mahadalit village in the state where people choose candidates decided for them by influential persons.
ये चुनाव का माहौल है, तो आपको पता है कि यहाँ चुनाव में कौन उम्मीदवार हैं? अब हमारा के पता नहीं है।
आपको पता है? आपको हम नहीं करने के मिला। चुनाव का यहाँ पर कौन उम्मीदवार है पता है?
नहीं सर, हम लोग
आपको पता है यहाँ कौन चुनाव लड़ रहे हैं?
हाँ, ये थी लड़ रहे हैं रूढ़ी जी।
किस पार्टी से हैं वो?
भाजपा से हैं।
अच्छा, और दूसरी पार्टी से कौन है यहाँ
दूसरी पार्टी से उसका नाम नहीं मालूम।
कौन है?
निशा भारती।
निशा भारती। अच्छा,
रोनी है रोनी।
आप लोग मतदान करते हैं?
हम लोग मतदान करते हैं।
तो कैसे मतदान करते हैं जब आपको ये पता नहीं है कि उम्मीदवार कौन खड़ा है? किसी के कहने पर वोट देते हैं या कैसे वोट देते हैं?
ना अभी तो 20 दिन है, 20 तारीख तक है, तब तक मालूम हो जाएगा। तो हम लोग जो मन में विचार से हम उसको देंगे, अपने विचार से देंगे।
अभी आप लोगों के मोहल्ले में चुनाव प्रचार में कोई नेता आया है?
कोई नहीं आया।
कोई नेता नहीं आया।
कोई नहीं आया अभी? किसी पार्टी का नहीं?
किसी पार्टी का नहीं आया।
कोई ये कहने आया है कि किसको वोट देना है या?
नहीं,
कोई नहीं आया। कोई नहीं। तो आप लोग अंतिम फैसला मतदान का लेते हैं?
2-4 दिन पहले।
2-4 दिन पहले। अच्छा, किस आधार पर फैसला लेते हैं? समाज में बैठक होती है या कैसे, किस आधार पर?
समाज में बैठक होती है,
तो ये तय होता है कि किसको देना है, सब लोग वहीं पर वोट देते हैं। अच्छा, तो ये इस बैठक की अध्यक्षता कौन करता है, मतलब किसके कहने पर वोट देते हैं?
मान लो कोई अध्यक्षा कर ले, मान लो 10 आदमी है, उसी में एक आदमी को चुन दिया गया और उसी के अनुसार चलता है।
अच्छा,
तो कोई निश्चित नहीं है कि यही आदमी अध्यक्ष होगा। कोई निश्चित नहीं।
पिछली बार आप लोगों के यहाँ क्या तय हुआ था, किसको वोट देना है?
तो वो तो सर बीत गया, उसके विषय में मत पूछिए। जो बीत गया उसके विषय में मत पूछिए।
अच्छा, तो जो आप लोग यहाँ पर इतने समय से रह रहे हैं, जो सरकार की विकास योजनाएं हैं, उसका फ़ायदा आप लोग किस तरह से लेते हैं? पता कैसे चलता है आप लोगों को?
कोई फ़ायदा नहीं मिला है, केवल एक नल जल योजना का फ़ायदा मिला है बस, और कोई नहीं।
So Bihar is witnessing poll battles in 5 of his seats today out of the 39. We are joined by Santosh Singh, our correspondent. Santosh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Yeah, so it is a big battle, a prestige battle for Lalu Prasad Yadav this time. 2 of his daughters are contesting from Saran and Patliputra, right?
True, very true.
So tell us about the key contests in Bihar today.
Yes, as you said, the key contest is very much from Saran, of course, where Rohini Acharya, the second daughter of Lalu Prasad and Rabri Devi, and the incumbent BJP MP Rajiv Pratap Rudy. That is one important battle. Second very important battle is, of course, Hajipur, where Lok Janshakti Party Ramvilas Chief and Jammu MP Chirag Paswan is contesting. He is contesting against RJD candidate Shiv Chandra Ram, a former Bihar minister. These are, I think, two key constituencies. And then we have, you can also count in the son of former MP, he got the Parliamentarian of the Year award, Hukumdev Narayan Singh Yadav, son Ashok Yadav from Madhubani. He is a BJP candidate. And he is against RJD's M.A. Fatmi. These are the three important candidates in the fray in this phase. And besides that, there is a battle of Malla, what you call EBC Malla in Muzaffarpur. And overall 5 seats going to poll in this phase. Yes.
Right. Tell us a little bit about Rohini Acharya's fight this time. She is a debutante against a 4-time MP, Rajiv Pratap Rudy. So how is the campaigning looking for her? Because her father and her brothers have always come to her rescue to bat for her. How is the campaigning looking for her?
Saran is very interesting. Before 2009, Lok Sabha 2000, this constituency was called Chhapra. And one could remember that Lalu Prasad Yadav made his electoral debut of the JP movement in 1977 from this very seat, which was earlier known, as I said, Chhapra. So, and in 2009, Lalu last won the battle. After that, he got convicted. He could not contest. He lost his membership. At that time, he was MP from Saran. And after that, Rabri Devi also tried, but she lost to Rajiv Pratap Rodi, and then the Chandrika Prasad Rai, he contested in last election. He was a relative of Lalu Prasad, and Tej Pratap, his elder daughter's father-in-law. They have filed divorce, so there is separation. That's a different story. So Saran is more a battle of prestige for Lalu Prasad. It's just it's called a battle of between Yaduvanshi and Raghuvanshi, Yadavs and Rajputs. Almost equal population of both communities there, and of course there is a Muslim population, then EVC, other non-Yadav OBC. So Rohini Yadav carries the image. She does strike an emotional chord of, as we have also reported, that kidney dene wali beti. But that is more with the traditional vote base of Lalu Prasad, that is Muslim and Yadav. And some people say that if she has kidney, she has given kidney to her father, not to others. So what big deal? But after a long while, we can see a very tough contest in Saran. Rajiv Pratap Rodi has to say that in this battle, I don't have my brother, my father, my mother. He's taking dig at Rohini, because Lalu Prasad Yadav is not contesting because of legal reason, political reason, but he has been camping in Saran for a while. He did conduct meeting in Chapra and in Patna. He's trying to galvanize his force. He's also taking a battle of prestige. And because Rohini is making a debut, she could have easily gone to Rajya Sabha, but she chose to, take up the legacy of her father. So that's I think, very important battle one is watching out.
Right, Santosh. You mentioned Chirag Paswan fighting it out in this phase of the polls. Can you tell us how has he shaped up to be a key figure in the Bihar politics?
Yes, Chirag has to fight a long battle to get Hajipur. Get Hajipur in this sense he is contesting from Hajipur now. After death of Ramvilas Paswan in 2020, and there was a split in the party, and Lok Janshakti Party was split into Lok Janshakti Party Ramvilas and National Lok Janshakti Party. That was headed by Pasupati Kumar Paras, the younger brother of Ramvilas Paswan, who sided with NDA for a while. But after death of his father, he started spending more time in his constituency, in father's constituency rather. In Hajipur, he started moving across Bihar with the slogan of Bihar first, Bihari first. He is one of the three young leaders. If we can also include Samrat Chaudhary beside Tejasvi Yadav, who is striking right chord with the people, and Chirag Paswan is a very suave, English-speaking person, and I think he, of the three young leaders, by far the best speaker. So, and at the same time, he's not very comfortable with the local dialect, but still, once I visited Hajipur when he was due to visit the constituency, we can see the crowd waiting for 3 hours, waiting for Chirag Paswan. So that shows the courage of Chirag Paswan. So, but he's not taking it easily. He knows that his father has made Guinness Book of Record. He has won from Hajipur 8 times, 9 times from another occasion he won from in 1991 from Rosa, that is in Samastipur. But 8 times from Hajipur record. So he shifted from Jammu to Hajipur just in a bid to rest his father. Yes, the constituency was already represented by his uncle, but now his strange uncle. So he wanted to contest from Hajipur, and he is contesting from Hajipur. He is drawing huge crowd, but Tejasvi is also getting very good crowd there. But my hunch is that very much ahead in the race. There could be surprises, but this is not 2009 when Ramvilas Paswan had lost to former Chief Minister Ramsundar Das, or 1984 when Ramvilas Paswan had lost from this constituency. I think I would still give advantage to Chirag Paswan from this constituency.
Right. Santosh, Misha Bharti in Patliputra, Third time's a charm. It's her third time fighting it out in the polls. Will she make it this time?
Whether she would be third time lucky or third time unlucky, that is the question.
Yes.
A siege up against a very formidable opponent who had been with RJD for more than 3 decades. Ram Kripal Yadav. He was called Hanuman. He was the principal general secretary of RJD, and he was the second man. It was only after Lalu Prasad, for his love for his daughter, decided to give ticket to Misa Bharti. Then Ram Kripal Yadav turned back on RJD and joined BJP in 2014. And from back to back, he won 2014 by, I think, narrow margin, over 30,000 votes. But he won comfortably as other candidates did in 2009. So he is one person who has door-to-door contact. But I could see some kind of double anti-incumbency against him this time. And Misa Bharti is trying to expand the party's base from MY, that is Muslim Yadav. Is trying to make inroads into, say, upper caste, Dalits, Nan Yadav, OBC, EBC. I don't know how much she could succeed, but she has been slogging it out. And I met so many people said that this could be her best chance. If at all she can win, this could be her best chance to win Ram Kripal Yadav. I can't say. I would say the battle is 50-50 in Patliputra. The constituency Lalu Prasad lost to his friend Ranjan Yadav, who recently joined him.
Right.
Yes.
Santosh, like Vidhatri mentioned that, Bihar is also a state where caste politics plays a crucial role. You mentioned Rajputs versus the Yadav fight. Tell us more about how the caste politics is shaping up Bihar politics and has done it so far.
This is one obvious question everybody has about Bihar, more so about Bihar. It is applicable to Uttar Pradesh as well, other parts as well, but more so for Bihar.
Yeah.
See, when Nitish Kumar came to Bihar politics, of course there was caste politics, but he just topped it up with development. And the caste was camouflaged. Whenever the development factor is gone, or this factor, it mellows, then you see the caste factor. See, this time again, everyone, at least the opposition, is working out how much caste, what is there on the platter. We just ask MY plus what and how much, is that good enough? So everybody is trying to work out the social coalition, but there is a difference. When besides the caste factor, NDA is talking about Labharthi Yojana, a bit of patriotism, a bit of Ram Mandir, and a lot of development factors, roads and bridges and other big projects as well. RJD for a change is also talking about jobs. Tejasvi Prasad Yadav. What he is trying to do, it is not just the MY factor. He has, of course, it is MY plus. MY plus, they have done this depth social engineering. This time, for a long time, Nitish Kumar was known as leader of love, that is Kurmi and Koiri. Kurmi is a fellow caste, both are OBC. Now Nitish Kumar is walking fast into sunset of his political life. Kushwaha are looking for their leaders. Upendra Kushwaha, they do not consider him a leader because of his flip-flop, changing one side to another and merging his party with Nitish Kumar's party recently, 2 years back. And Samrat Chaudhary has just emerged on the scene. He has not taken the dust and grind of Bihar so far. So wherever there is Kushwaha candidate, there is huge craze among Kushwaha candidate for their respective candidate. I can cite example of Aurangabad. I can cite example of Ujiarpur, where Alok Mehta is contesting, and also Ravi Shankar Prasad is very popular from Patna Sahib. Meera Kumar son, Ansul Abhijit, he is also one important candidate there. So caste factor is very much that would be at the base of Bihar politics all the time, but with the coating of development. So both camps have been also playing up development, but of course, caste will remain the decider. That is for sure.
Thank you so much for this input, Santosh from Bihar. I would like to tell our viewers that by 5 p.m., the national voter turnout percentage in the fifth phase of 2024 Lok Sabha elections is at 56.68%. So with Hatri from Bihar, we move up north to Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh, where the two union territories are voting today.
Flora, this is a very important election for Jammu and Kashmir and Ladakh because this comes after the abrogation of Article 370. So it's a crucial election, and you can also see that Article 370 has become a major poll issue. Every party is speaking about it. Everybody is speaking about the identity of Kashmiris and rights and dignity. And today, a very crucial constituency, Baramulla, voted. So we are going to be asking our correspondent from Kashmir, Basharat Masood, about the state of play in Baramulla. Hi, Basharat. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So I think the Baramulla constituency right now, it has a triangular contest, right? We have National Conference Vice President and former Chief Minister, Umar Abdullah. He's contesting from Baramulla. He originally would contest from Srinagar, but this time he has taken the challenge to himself, and he's contesting from Baramulla. Then we have also People's Conference founder and chairman Sajjad Lone. He's also contesting from Baramulla. But then there has been a surprise entry in the form of Engineer Rashid, the jailed mainstream leader who has been jailed since 2019, who is lodged in Tihar jail and on the money laundering charges. So he's also contesting from Baramulla seat. We have also the PDP candidate, but what we see right now in Baramulla constituency is that we have a triangular contest, and it is a very stiff contest. We don't see a cakewalk for Umar or any of the candidates here. So we are seeing a stiff contest between Umar, Engineer Rashid, and Sajjad Lone. What has actually happened in the last 5-7 days, the equation on the ground has changed drastically. Since Engineer Rashid's two sons, 23-year-old and 21-year-old sons, they actually started a campaign for him, election campaign for him, on the ground that this vote, the slogan has been that this vote is against injustice. They have been saying that this vote is against injustice, this vote is against oppression, this vote is a revenge for jailing Engineer Rashid. And this has somehow struck a chord with the young voters from this constituency. So wherever we go, the young voters, whether men or boys or girls, men and women, they are inclined towards Engineer Rashid. But then we see also National Conference on the other side. It is an old 70-year-old party, more than 70-year-old party. It has a structure. It has a traditional vote bank, a large vote bank across Kashmir. So the Engineer Rashid is trying to voters, whereas on the other side we see that Umar Abdullah is appealing its traditional vote bank in the valley. Sajjad Lone also, which has emerged as a strong player in the last 3-4 years from this constituency. We see that Sajjad, but today we are not seeing Sajjad the way we expected him to do. So he has his pockets of influence, definitely, but he is not like Engineer Rashid or like Umar Abdullah for getting votes across the Baramulla constituency, which is spread over 3 districts of Baramulla, Kupwara and Bandipur. So Umar and Rashid are getting votes across these 3 districts. But Sajjad has its pockets of influence, but he is not able to appeal to the voters in all the regions of this constituency. But still we see, because this time, for the first time, you are seeing that we have seen there has been a silent majority in Valley which traditionally would boycott these elections. And this was the first time in the last 3 decades that we are seeing that young people are coming out to vote. There has not been any boycott call from any separatist organization or any organization this year, but people are coming on their own out to vote. because multiple factors. So one of them could be the abrogation of Jammu and Kashmir's special status. There are the way National Conference and People's Democratic Party, they raised the issues of Article 370 or identity, land security or job security. So these are the issues that have forced people to come out to vote this time. They see this time it's a question of, for them it's a question of existence. So they have come out to vote, and a large number of people out to vote. Though the silent majority that would not vote in past, that vote is somehow getting divided between Umar and Engineer Rashid. So we actually expect a very stiff contest between Umar and Engineer Rashid in this particular constituency.
That is very interesting. You speak about how Engineer Rashid, he is not obviously physically campaigning in Baramulla because he's been lodged in jail, but his sons have taken over the campaign and now they're leading it from the front and raising all of these issues, and the youth seems to be like connecting with him. You also mentioned about how a silent majority is voting this time, unlike in the past where the voter percentages were lower. This time more people seem to be coming out and vote. I just want to, again, you did touch upon it. I wanted to ask you, how did different candidates in Baramulla frame the Article 370 issue? And how did they reach out to people?
Well, we have to see one thing. The campaign of Engineer Rashid that has been run by his sons, that is completely based on one slogan, that is injustice. They're not promising anything on development. They're not promising anything on this article, special status of Jammu and Kashmir. The whole campaign revolves around Engineer Rashid. They are saying that he has been jailed because he would raise the voice of people, and he has been unjustly jailed. And just not Engineer Rashid, but there are hundreds or thousands of people from Valley who have been jailed from last 4 or 5 years. So their campaign is revolving around that injustice, and they say that this vote will get Engineer Rashid out of jail. So they're asking vote for Engineer Rashid for getting him out of the jail. They're asking this vote for hundreds or thousands of those people who are in jail. So this campaign has been completely revolving around that. If we talk about Umar, National Conference, the whole campaign has been revolving around Article 307. If we see the two main political parties, National Conference.
I think we lost Bashara there. We'll get back to him. In the meantime, I will throw it back to Flora, who will take us through the state of play in Jharkhand.
Before that, Vidhatri, I would like to inform our viewers that Jammu and Kashmir has registered a voter turnout of 54.12% by the EC data released by 5 p.m. And also, Ladakh has registered an unprecedented voter turnout of 67.15%. I would also like to tell our viewers a brief on how the states stand when it comes to the voter turnout percentages, with Bihar at 52.35%, Jharkhand at 61.90%, Ladakh, as I mentioned, 67.15%, Maharashtra at 48.66%, Odisha at 60.55%, where Odisha incidentally is witnessing polls in 5 of its Lok Sabha seats and 35 of its assembly seats. Uttar Pradesh is at 55.80%, and guess who is leading the voter turnout poll?
I think it's West Bengal, if I'm correct. Is that right?
West Bengal is at 73.0%. Basharat, we'll just check if Basharat has rejoined us. Basharat, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You were talking about Omar Abdullah's campaign and we lost you. Could you just pick up on that? Omar's campaign,
Yeah, so I was saying that the National Conference election campaign has been revolving around the special status of Jammu and Kashmir and the major issues. Like I have already, the two major political parties of Jammu and Kashmir, National Conference as well as the People's Democratic Party, have been telling clearly to their voters that this election is not about jobs, it is not about development, it is not about electricity or roads. This election is about the issues of identity. So they have been saying to voters that they will try to resolve their minor issues of development and others, but But essentially, this is the vote for identity of Jammu and Kashmir, to safeguard the land rights, to safeguard the job rights of people of Jammu and Kashmir. So this campaign of Umar has been actually revolving around this thing. As far as Sajjad is concerned, Sajjad Loan, he has tried to focus his campaign completely on a different plank of development. Because Sajjad, as he is seen in Valley, his opponents call him an ally or a proxy of BJP. So Sajjad, as such, has not spelled out his idea of this. What does he think about 370 or other issues? So he is completely focused on development. He's talking about roads, about hospitals, about healthcare. Sajjad's campaign has been solely revolving around the development, and because the identity, because Article 370, it is an emotional issue in Kashmir. This is why people like Umar seem to be ahead of Sajjad in these elections.
Basharat, before you go, could you give us a picture of what's happening in Ladakh? What are the issues being discussed there, and how did the campaign unfold in Ladakh?
Now, Ladakh is completely, it has been a different thing. Like this abrogation of Jammu and Kashmir's special status, and when the state was split into two union territories, the main demand of Ladakh was that they want a union territory. After abrogation and after downgrading Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories of Ladakh and Jammu and Kashmir, the people of Ladakh have been fighting for some special rights. They have been fighting for sex schedule. They have been seeking some guarantees on jobs and land and some land security. So there has been a campaign in last 1 or 2 years, they have hit the roads also seeking these for the fulfillment of these demands. What we see in Ladakh, traditionally Ladakh is split between two districts, Kargil and we see that traditionally the people of Kargil, they are supporters of national conference in Ladakh. We have seen the voters split between BJP and the Congress. Though last time we saw BJP winning this seat quite comfortably. Generally, the way Ladakh has been in past saying that they are being discriminated by the leaders of Kashmir. Now the same is case within Ladakh also. The people of Kargil feel that they are being discriminated. So this time what actually happened to Congress is fielded its candidate, official candidate from Leh. The Congress and the National Conference have jointly fielded a candidate from Kargil. You are seeing actually a fight between Kargil and Leh. While it has only one candidate, and Leh has two candidates in the form of Congress candidate and the BJP candidate. So we are going to see a split in votes of Leh, which is this majority region, while we are seeing that the Muslim vote of Kargil is being consolidated behind a particular candidate who's only the only independent candidate from Kargil. So we see that the candidate from Kargil, Haji Hanifa, he's most likely to win this seat comfortably, the kind of campaign that has been going on for special rights, that also seen kind of a split in the votes of Leh. And we see BJP this time does not seem to be in a position that it was 5 years ago. So Congress has made inroad as well. So this time we see that the votes from Leh would get split between the Congress candidate and the BJP candidate, and the votes from Kargil will be consolidated behind this Haji Hanifa, and we are likely to see that Haji Hanifa will be easily, comfortably win this seat this time.
Right. Thank you so much for that update, Basharat.
Before you go, Basharat, I'm sorry to interrupt, Vidhatri. Basharat, there was one article where you wrote that there was this dissent amongst people as to why Amit Shah was campaigning when BJP was not even contesting there. Tell us more about that.
Yeah, because this was a sudden surprise by the Union Home Minister Amit Shah to Valley, and he came in late in the evening and left it next morning. So the mainstream political leaders in the Valley, because when BJP was particularly asked about this visit, to say that this has nothing to do with politics and this is all about a security review and something like that. But Mr. Shah met several delegations from the Pahadi community, And because the voters in Kashmir, there's been a lot of concern to garner the Pahari votes from Kashmir and also in South Kashmir, also Anantnag Rajouri seat. So the mainstream political parties were rankled by this, that why did Shah actually come to the valley when BJP has not even fielded its candidate? So they actually suspect that doubt that there was something behind this visit to facilitate the win of the candidates which BJP likes or the proxies of BJP. The mainstream political parties like National Conference and People's Democratic Party, they objected to this visit of Mr. Shah.
Thank you so much, Prashad, for joining us. This was the end of our special broadcast live on the 5th phase of the Lok Sabha polls. We gave you a rundown of all that's happening, but please stay tuned for more. We will be back for the 6th phase and the 7th phase. And of course, on the D-Day, which is the results day, we will be giving you round-the-clock updates on what's happening, and we'll give you analysis, we will give you numbers. So please do come back to our YouTube channel of the Indian Express. Flora, so this was the end, but
we'll come back for more. We'll definitely come back for the 6th and 7th phase. But please stay tuned to our YouTube channel for all the election coverages and also for the live updates, deep dive political analysis. Please visit our website, indianexpress.com, and like, share, and subscribe the official YouTube channel of the Indian Express, Journalism of Courage. That is all here from us. I'm Flora Swai, and that's my colleague Vidatri Rao.